Looking into inter-process communication, considering the processes that communicates, we can look at them as one process is requesting a service in another process, and the other process is providing a service, the first one. So one is a client asking for a service, and the other is a server providing the service. The process of inter-process communication has been implemented in a way that allows it to work, whether these processes exist on the same computer or they're actually in different continents or even different planets. That is the client server model for inter-process communication. And client server model is implemented in many ways. Here we're going to discuss four most used ways. First was sockets. Then we'll discuss remote procedure calls, pipes, and your writing assignment for this lecture is remote method invocation for Java. So sockets, we are considering communication across a network. Naming here will not be the ID of a process or an ID of a mailbox, because there is no shared memory at all, whether this memory is into the process space or in the system space. No. So the first identification has to be the network address of the other computer. Then within that computer, which service we are using actually. If this Telnet, if this HTTP, if this UDP, which service I am using, which service I'm communicating with. A socket is a combination of an IP address and a port number. The IP address represents the computer we are communicating with, and the port number represents the service we are using, we are asking. Communication happens between two pair of sockets. Usually, one of them which is the server, will use a well-known port number that is any port number below 1024. All these are reserved for non-communication protocols, for standard services. And the other one, that's the client, will use an unreserved port number, and that is any number above 1024. There is actually a special IP address, the loopback IP address, that is 127.0.0.1, that points to the current computer network card. So it will create a loop. It will send to the same computer you are sending from. Socket communication is very simple, where one process that is running on computer A is sending a request for a service across a network to another computer that runs on computer B, using the IP address of computer B and the port number of the service it is requesting. In this example, the client is requesting the web server because it's using the port 80. That is HTTP port number, reserved port number.